Imagine disappearing without a trace. No phone calls, no bank accounts, no real identity. Yet somehow, you remain one of the most hunted people in America. These are not ordinary criminals. According to the U.S. Marshals Service, the 15 most wanted list includes murder suspects, organized crime figures, dangerous fugitives, sex offenders, and violent criminals considered highly dangerous. U.S. Marshals Service. And tonight, we're diving deep into the terrifying world of America's most wanted fugitives. This is World Crime Vault. Dark music rises, flashing police lights, court documents, surveillance photos, international manhunts. Since the program began in 1983, the U.S. Marshals Service says more than 237 fugitives from the 15 most wanted list have been captured. U.S. Marshals Service. But some remain missing for decades, and investigators believe many are hiding in plain sight. What is the 15 most wanted list? The U.S. Marshals Service is America's oldest federal law enforcement agency. One of its most dangerous missions? Tracking fugitives who vanish after committing violent crimes. But not every criminal makes it onto the infamous 15 most wanted list. Officials reserve it for suspects considered exceptionally dangerous or especially difficult to capture. The crimes connected to these fugitives include first-degree murder, kidnapping, child exploitation, drug trafficking, organized crime, and large-scale financial fraud. Authorities often offer rewards reaching tens of thousands of dollars for information leading to arrests. And once a fugitive lands on this list, the hunt becomes global. Fugitives who vanished. Some fugitives disappear for years, others for decades. One of the most infamous names linked to the list is John Ruffo. Investigators say Ruffo was involved in a massive financial fraud case worth hundreds of millions of dollars before disappearing shortly before reporting to prison. Despite sightings over the years, he has never officially been found. Then there's Lester Eubanks, a convicted killer who escaped during a temporary release from prison in the 1970s. Authorities believe he lived under false identities for decades while avoiding capture. Think about that, living an entirely new life while federal agents search for you every single day. How do people disappear for so long in the modern world? That's the terrifying question investigators still struggle to answer. The global manhunt. Modern fugitives don't just hide inside America. Many flee across borders. Some hide in Mexico, others in Europe, South America, or Asia. And in several major cases, the hunt became international. In 2022, U.S. Marshals announced the capture of Raymond McLeod in El Salvador after years on the run connected to a murder investigation. Another fugitive on the list was reportedly arrested in Mexico in 2024. These operations involve cooperation between multiple governments, intelligence agencies, and fugitive task forces. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes one mistake changes everything. A surveillance camera, a fake ID, a phone signal, or a single anonymous tip. How the Marshals' fugitives today is a mix of old-school detective work and advanced technology. Investigators analyze phone records, financial activity, social media, facial recognition, border crossings, friends and family connections. The U.S. Marshals Service also operates specialized fugitive task forces across the country. In 2025 alone, those task forces reportedly arrested over 73,000 fugitives and cleared tens of thousands of warrants. That number is staggering, because behind every arrest is a dangerous chase, and sometimes armed resistance. Officials repeatedly warn the public that many fugitives on the list should be considered armed and dangerous. Psychology of a fugitive. What happens psychologically when someone spends years running from the law? Experts say Long-term fugitives often live under extreme paranoia. They avoid hospitals, avoid police, avoid official documents. Some constantly move from city to city. Others isolate themselves completely. Imagine waking up every morning wondering if today is the day your door gets kicked in. Some fugitives reportedly change names repeatedly, use fake identities, or rely on underground criminal networks to survive. But eventually, most make mistakes. And when they do, the Marshals are waiting. Subscribe to World Crime Vault, because next time, we're uncovering another dark criminal case the world can't stop talking about. And trust me, you don't want to miss it.